If the audience have any questions, you can do it. Otherwise, we have our next speakers. We are going to the next speakers from Thailand, Shinawatra Universities. Dr. Doris. Dr. Doris, welcome. Welcome for your presentation regarding the International Summit on Quality Education, SDG4. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from Thailand.
Okay, so this is the case. So a
Good
dancer
afternoon.
biggest challenge is forgetting the moves. Even though
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, sure. We can see your screen. Sure.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today as a presenter from Shinawatra University, Thailand. It is a privilege to share our case studies and our knowledge about sustainable development goal for quality education. The title of my presentation is Educating for a Sustainable Future, Integrating SDG4 and SDG13 in Schools. So I'll not waste more time to define what Sustainable Development Goal is or SDG4 is, because we've had lots of experienced speakers talking on it. For SDG13, it is taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. So the purpose of this presentation today is to show how we can integrate SDG13 into quality education in schools. Quality education empowers individuals with the knowledge and skills, critical thinking, and innovation for sustainable solutions. So what are the importance of SDG4? It empowers individuals with the knowledge and skills to address global challenges. It also promotes critical thinking, creativity, and innovation, enabling individuals to develop solutions to complex, sustainable issues. What are the challenges we have for SDG4? Access to education, equity in education, quality of education, education financing, and education in emergencies. We have different opportunities for SDG4, which include technological innovation, global partnership, sustainable development integration, empowerment of marginalized groups, and lifelong learning. When we talk about access to education, we all know that all fingers are not equal. And there are many reasons why different people all over the world don't have access to education. Some have access to education, but they don't have access to quality education. So what we do is we partner with local organizations in the rural area. The pictures you are seeing here are pictures from selected schools in Nigeria, where we fund the school fees, the tuition fees of selected children from marginalized areas, from underprivileged families. Through this program, we've been able to help different families, almost 100 students within a few years, to be able to achieve high school education. And many of them in this picture are already in the universities or doing one vocational study or another. As I described earlier, the title is Integrating SDG13 into SDG4. Sustainable Development Goal number 14 is Partnership of Goals. We are us to achieve our goals before 2030. And sometimes we cannot do one individually. We have to integrate one into another to be able to achieve the desired outcome. So here we focus on target 13.3, which is building knowledge and capacity to meet climate change. How do we do this? A study we conducted recently. This was conducted in some schools in Thailand. We were able to ask some teachers and school owners the best way to teach environmental education in schools. From the respondents, we have drama, arts and songs, educational trips, field visits, video games. It was also asked different options on how to teach environmental education in school. We have various answers like after-school program, integrating it into the subjects, also teaching it as a separate subject, and forming school clubs. We have different benefits and impacts of integrating SDG 13 into SDG4. First of all, it's difficult to teach climate action because of the different terminologies, scientific terminologies that the students might not be able to comprehend if it is not simplified. So this method helps to effectively teaching of EE in schools in a way that it is more comfortable for the teachers, and it also offers holistic chance in achieving effective understanding and experiences. It also offers connections across all disciplines, and it helps the students to develop more understanding skills. It is also important in promoting environmental responsibility and stewardship. This is a case study of some of our programs. The first one is environmental debate competitions. You know that students, they like exciting opportunities. They like exciting activities. So what we do here is we select different topics, environmental topics, and present them as a form of competition among students. So different schools in the same area were brought together and the topics were given to them. The competition was held, and at the end of the day, the winners were rewarded. Not only the winners, all the participants, all the judges, everyone here, you can see the non-participants were there because it was an exciting program. We provided entertainment for them too. We also have environmental essay competitions. It's still almost the same thing with environmental debates, but sometimes, some people have public speaking problem, so they prefer writing. So in this case, we tend to have different ideas from students on how to promote sustainability in their rural areas. We give them topics to write on, and it's amazing to read through all their essays because some of them were as young as 13, 12 years, 14, 15 years, but ideas they presented in these essays were alarming. If they are implemented by the necessary authority, I think we will have a better place. So this is to show that it is not only classroom learning. Through these activities, we promote the quality of education we are giving to students. They are the leaders of tomorrow. So the quality of education they are receiving is very important. And it doesn't have to be in the cities. Those in the rural areas, they have the right to quality education. We also go to schools to teach environmental education for students from kindergarten to primary to secondary schools. We simplify the topics and present them in form of workshop, in form of games, different methods that are okay for the suitable audience. This approach is very welcome because most of the schools, they don't have the topic of environmental education, and some of the students are excited to learn new things. This is also EE for students, but this is online learning. So some students in Thailand, especially children from the refugee community, they don't have access to physical schools. So there's an organization here that promotes online classes for them. So here I volunteer to teach them environmental education, but I integrate it into English. So it's not like I'm teaching them environmental education. I'm teaching them English, but I infuse environmental education into it. Another thing we do is workshop for teachers. During the survey we carried out, one of the problems identified is lack of awareness by the teachers on what to teach. They don't know what to teach. They don't know about environmental education. And you don't expect to have a quality education for the students if the teachers are not taught properly. So what we do here is we organize workshops for teachers. It can be online, it can be physical. And these are some of the responses, the feedback we got from the teachers at the end of the workshop. So most of them were inspired, said that the workshop was valuable, interesting, well constructed, understood, insightful, informative. And after this workshop, they promised to take the knowledge they gained to the classrooms. So what are the recommendations for action? To achieve quality education in schools, we need hands-on learning and field trips, in this case, to understand climate change better. Curriculum development across all the grade levels. More environmental issues should be covered. Teacher training and professional development. Engaging the students in tree planting, beach cleaning, gardening, waste sorting, recycling, and composting. Also, we need community and stakeholder involvement. Use of technology and innovation, policy advocacy and implementation. This is very important because there's a limit to what we can do. We can teach, we can propose, but implementation has to be done by the necessary authority. Resource allocation, monitoring and evaluation, and finally, encouraging the students to think globally and act locally. In conclusion, improving access to education is very important in achieving quality education. Enhancing the quality of education. Quality of education doesn't have to be expensive. It has to be affordable. Increasing education funding. This can be done by individuals, organizations, as well as government. So all hands must be on deck to be able to achieve this. Leveraging technology. I'm happy I listened to most of the talks about technology because many schools in the rural areas, they don't have access to technology. And we know in the world today, technology is playing a huge role in learning better. Engaging the stakeholders. So in conclusion, by implementing these strategies, we can achieve and make significant progress towards achieving SDG4 and ensuring that everyone has access to quality education. Thank you everyone for listening. And I'm free to entertain questions, please.
Thank you, Dr. Doris from Shinawatra University of Thailand. As you know, I have talked in email with Dr. Venus and your representative as well. As you know, we have signed MOUs a few months ago between Shinawatra University and Rohan Institute of Higher Education.
Yeah.
According to the MOUs, we have joined seminars, workshops, research project, and research papers on a certain areas, even though we have mentioned some exchange program, but we hope we would like to implement all these things. It's a part of that we have invited you in this valuable international summit on equality education SDG4. Thank you. We are very thankful from the administrations of Shinawatra University of Thailand. And also, we are grateful from you to present your valuable presentations to our participants and speakers. Now, our participants or speakers, if you have any questions regarding presentations, Dr. Doris is here. You may ask. Thank you. If you have any question, otherwise we have our next speakers from Philippines, Dr. Rendo from Philippines. We will move to the next speaker. If you have any questions, you can do it. Do you have any questions?